What's up, Half Centenarians? Mic check, mic check. We are on the radio, WHCU. How about that? Half Centenarian University, we are in the building. We just had a traffic update. We have a lot of people that are trying to bombard us to get on our show, but we have Jojo O'Neal that we're getting ready to talk to right now to get us on the road to success. She's a radio personality. She's in Orlando, Florida. She is gonna come through talking about all kinds of great things. Right now, back to you with some live music from LL Cool J, cause I'm bad. All right, Half Centenarians, welcome. I'm hoping you're having a good day because I am. This is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We are in Orlando, Florida, and I have good people that are here with me. Yes, we have Jojo O'Neal here with us, and I just want to tell you, I'm not going to steal her thunder. I'm going to let Jojo introduce herself to you, and then we'll continue the conversation. Just thank you so much for your time, Miss O'Neal, and share a little bit about yourself with the family.
I am, first of all, happy to be here. Thank you for inviting me. I always think, somebody actually wants to talk to me. Really? Somebody actually wants to hear my story? Are you kidding me?
It.
So I'm always very honored when someone says, hey, I want to share some time with you.
That's right.
So I appreciate that.
I appreciate you sharing your time, and I just think that you have a phenomenal story, backstory, and a lot of things that we're talking about in the Half Centenarian community is how do we get here? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then how do we get other people and help and reach back, each one bring one kind of thing?
Absolutely.
So talk to us about who are you, Jojo O'Neal? Who are you? How did you get to where you are? Just give us a little bit of information. Where you from? What you doing currently? So we're going to spill the tea a little bit.
Where do I begin? Because as you mentioned, half centenary, that's a whole lot of time.
That's a whole lot of time, baby. In a capsulized
a whole lot of people
format.
In that time.
Could be. And then we're still evolving. Just remember that we're still evolving.
Multifaceted.
Yeah.
Interested in a lot of different things.
That's right.
Hometown girl from DeLand, Florida.
Come on, I've never heard of that.
And for those who don't know, that's about 18 miles west of Daytona Beach.
Gotcha. Okay, that helps us. That gives us some kind of marker. Mm-hmm.
I'm proud of my hometown.
You should be.
I love my folks. I'm always shouting them out on the radio.
What's the name of it again?
DeLand.
DeLand. Okay. DeLand, Florida.
Delightful DeLand.
Okay.
Yes. So when we were little and we felt there was nothing going on, we used to call it dead land. But we didn't want anybody else to call it that.
Right.
How that goes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my hometown. Mm-hmm. And from there, I just matriculated there and then graduated. Went to college at 17 to University of South Florida for my first year, thinking I was going to study biology and pre-med.
And see the best laid plans.
I heard God's laughter. Your plans? Let me show you my plans.
Yes.
But just changed my major, wanted to do something different and looked into communications, radio, television, broadcasting. Okay. Transferred to UCF, University of Central Florida, began studying RTV, communications, and entered a pageant. I was a pageant chick, starting in high school. I did a few pageants after high school and then did one pageant in Orlando in early 1984. Okay. And Miss Black Orlando was the last pageant I did.
Wow. I didn't even know that was a thing. See, you learn something new every day. Wow.
And then a radio station was sponsoring the pageant. Mm-hmm. So during the walkthrough, they heard me mention that I was majoring in radio, television, broadcasting at UCF. Sent somebody backstage to say, hey, my boss told me to come and get you. He's going to train you. One thing that I like to tell our young people is that was the end of that had I not then taken up my initiative and because all they said was we're going to train you. They didn't say we're going to come to your house, dress you, bring you over there, drive you to the station, then train you, then take you back. No, it's like we're going to train you. Yeah. Come to the radio station. The rest was on me.
Yes.
I could very well have just blown them off and said, oh, yeah, whatever,
Yeah, whatever.
Not shown up.
Yes.
Sometimes all you have to do is show up. Just show up.
I'm just going to drop that nugget right there.
And I went in and I showed up. I went by the radio station. And they started training me.
Right. Where is this happening? It's happening
This is all happening in Orlando.
Gotcha. Okay, I didn't realize that we were here yet.
Which is key because my entire radio career has been based out of Orlando. Gotcha. I've never had to move since 1984, which is almost unheard of.
I was about to say,
it's a very nomadic lifestyle in radio, but I've never had to move. And I've done...
That's a blessing.
It is a blessing indeed. And I've actually been blessed to do a nationwide show at one point during my career. It was all based out of Orlando.
Wow. So I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure we were not still in DeLane.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Left DeLane, went to college, and been really kind of in the after moving from Tampa back to Orlando. Been in that Orlando area ever since.
Wow.
Ever since, still here.
And so, what are you doing currently?
What am I?
So you're still in radio. You're still into television.
In radio.
Yeah.
And over the years, I worked part-time, and I'm still working part-time in television.
There you go.
I was once a production assistant. Now I'm working in master control as a technical operator, making sure all the programming stays on the air.
Wow.
I'm getting ready to start a podcast for business owners in January.
Okay.
What else am I doing?
I'm sure you're doing tons of things.
What am I doing? I started my own company where I do event hosting, where I do voice acting. I've been a voice actor since 1999. I do voiceovers and anytime somebody needs a voice, whether it's for a training video or
I see what you're okay. I gotcha.
Or whether it's for a movie and they need a character voice, I'm available to do all that. So I started that company for voice acting and event hosting. Just doing a wide range of things.
So this is on the show. What we try to do is really bring in people who are doing phenomenal things, and because what I've always said is people are living in silos, and we need to share that information with other people because. Just think about, like you said, had you just blown that person off who came back and said, so we have to teach our kids or the people behind us that, opportunity is going to present itself in a number of ways. It's not going to come and drag you kicking and screaming. No. You have to step in. So I wanted to just say, thank you for sharing that. But when I think about Half Centenarians and what they're doing, how do you feel that you are impacting your community now as a Half Centenarian? What do you do to champion, the plight of what's happening in the community?
Of course, being a Half Centenarian, along with that comes certain health challenges as we age.
Don't get me started.
And so, I am into fitness. So I do train with a personal trainer. I've done a couple of bodybuilding competitions in the past. But along the way, a part of the aging process, after I turned 40, I developed asthma.
Oh.
Out of the blue, with no prior medical history whatsoever.
Okay.
And so that began a challenge in 2004.
Okay.
Of how do I manage these symptoms and what is going on with my body, and why am I still keep going to the hospital and the ER with these symptoms? I'm having trouble breathing here, and it really limited my lifestyle at the time. I briefly I had to resign. Well, actually, it took several years. I resigned from my television position because I could no longer push the cameras around on the floor.
So this is just not regular, because you hear people hear about asthma and they can't do certain things, but this is like a debilitating.
When people say asthma, and that's a part of what I do is education. I learn from the medical community and others, and I share that information. And I tell people, I say, asthma means that you struggle to breathe. You know what happens when you don't breathe, right? But you're right, though.
Yeah, they do. We don't think about it like that. So that's why I love the education part.
I'm addicted to breathing. I don't know about everybody else. So
for me, I need it.
I'm down with that. But for me, that began a challenge because I'm like, okay, first of all, I have too many things that I like to do.
That's right.
I like to work out. I'm in the gym. I'm a little gym rat. I like to go and do things and host shows and be on stage and be on the radio and do all this other stuff, do voice work.
Right.
It even affected how I ate because when you think about it, you have to breathe in between bites.
Right. And this came out of nowhere. In your 40s.
Came out of nowhere. As soon as pretty much after I turned 40, boom, there you go. You have a
little bit of,
the cold symptoms go away, but the congestion in the chest remained, and I had no idea what was going on, and the inflammation in my chest began to increase, and I felt like I was drowning. My lungs were filling with fluid. And so that began a journey of trying to figure out what's going on. I shared that with my listeners and with my friends, family, and what I found was that everybody was saying, "Oh, I know I have asthma, or this person has asthma." Yeah. And I said, "Well, if there's so many of us with asthma, how come we don't know anything about it?"
Right.
So I started to
That's awesome.
during one of my
a good point.
Yeah, during one of my hospital stays, I said, "Listen, when I get out of this hospital, let's meet. We have something in common. Let's meet." And we always like to have purpose in the party. So let's meet and find out more about this asthma thing. And so that kind of kicked off the beginning of support groups because I don't believe in reinventing the wheel.
Right.
So I looked and searched for asthma support groups in this area. There were none. I think at that time, the closest one was someplace in Texas.
And this was when now?
This was in 2012, 13.
So you started your own support groups for...
I did.
Are you currently doing that now?
We have continued. Let's Kick Asthma has not only... it's progressed from support groups, which we still do, to 501c3 nonprofit organization, the Let's Kick Asthma Foundation. So underneath that umbrella, not only do we provide the education every month with the support groups, bringing in guest experts from different fields and areas.
Is this face-to-face or virtual?
It is virtual now.
Okay.
It used to be face-to-face. It is now virtual. So
anybody outside of Orlando can join. And the reason I'm saying that is I want to share this information. Absolutely. And we are sharing this on the screen. But
anybody, we're on Zoom now, so
we gonna kick some asthma. I love kicking asthma. It's so fun.
I just wanted to make sure that we realize we're still able to, get things. We're not just all breaking down. Some of us are, getting and receiving medical care and attention for things that we may not have been diagnosed properly with. And
that's true.
So just think about that. And thank you for sharing. And we're gonna kick asthma in the
Let's Kick Asthma.
Let's do it. I love it. Let's kick asthma. Because we are dealing with a lot of different things. And as Half Centenarians, we have to support each other. So I am very grateful. Even though I probably know some people who have it, I myself am not suffering with that. Good. But I just want to share that with the community because there's things that we need to do to help one another. It's just so cool to talk to people who have, you've done a lot. You've been a lot of places. You have a lot of knowledge to share. So I just, I think we can sit back and talk about all these kinds of things. I think what I love about what you have done is that you're walking the walk, but you're talking the talk, and all of that works together. A lot of us just kind of we don't put ourselves in the game.
No, there's a whole lot of judgment with people.
See, again, here we go.
Judgmental.
Here we go. Yeah,
we are.
But we do what we can.
Absolutely.
And we do our part.
Sure.
But give us a closing statement from Jojo O'Neal.
Oh, wow. Oh, let me see.
A walking
closing
mantra
statement. A walking. How about this? Let the words of God rule your mind. Control your heart. And control the words that you speak. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So I'm going to steal it.
Go for it.
I'm going to take it. I'll give you credit the first time.
Okay.
Then after that.
Absolutely.
After that, it's mine.
Go for it.
All right. You know what, Jojo O'Neal? Thank you so much for your time with us today. You're such a delight. Catch her. She is on what radio station?
Actually, I'm in Orlando. It's Star 94.5. In Jacksonville, it's Hot 99.5. But you can find both on, you can download both and get the apps for free.
Look how cool it is.
Yeah, so you can listen anywhere.
Do you hear that voice? She has a face for television and a voice for radio.
Wow,
look at that.
So sweet.
We are so excited to have her with us. This has been a wonderful day so far. It's only going to get gooder.
That's right.
Don't forget, subscribe, like, share. Check her out on the radio station. Her information is below. You never know who you're going to find on this show. You just never know.
I love you.
We'll talk to you soon. I love
and
you
what
too.
You do.
Thank you so much.
Continued success.
I appreciate that. I really do.